I'm José Pedro. I'm a Portuguese director. I do commercials and photography and different visual work. And I'm the latest guest here in the Portugal Simple Life.
Welcome back, or welcome to another episode of Portugal the Simple Life, and I'm really delighted and excited to be joined here by José Pedro Sousa. José, boa tarde. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
How are you today? I see your windows open. I think it's probably quite hot in Lisbon today.
Yes. The summer is starting, so it's hot. I have the
fan, the window.
Yeah. We are preparing for the hot summers in Lisbon.
And you're preparing for Festa dos Santos as well. That's coming.
Yes. That's crazy night.
Crazy night.
Yes.
We'll talk about that.
I'm from Porto, so I have the two saints.
Yeah, you have to celebrate São João and Santo Antonio.
Yes, so we start with Santo Antonio and we finish with São João.
Which one's better?
They are both special.
I've been for São João. I've got to tell you, I really like the São João festas. I think it's with the hammers and the garlic cloves. It's a little bit different. It's amazing.
Yes, it's different, but here in Lisbon is fun too with the marchas. It's have a lot of music, traditional music and dancing. So they are two different traditions, but they are all very, very, very nice and very beautiful.
Yeah, amazing. José, maybe you can start off telling us a little bit about you.
So I'm a director from Portugal. I do commercials and music videos. Like I said, I was born in Porto. I stayed there until my 20s. I studied cinema there. And then I moved to Lisbon and I started my career here. And now I'm living in Lisbon, but always coming back to the north, to Porto, into Minho, because I like that area, the north of Portugal, very much. Yeah. And so this is part of the story. I started working as a director, and I never stopped for the past 25 years.
Amazing. I want to get into the north, the differences between north and south a little bit later, because it's fascinating. But I've looked at your site for a few weeks. I've followed a lot of your work. You've got an incredible body of work. But just for those who are listening, tell us a bit about some of the highlights for you.
Well, I work for a lot of brands and some artists. Sometimes people ask me if I have a favorite commercial or a favorite music video, and I'm not able to answer that question because
it's like choosing your favorite child.
Yes, they all have something special, or in the process, the experience, or the people who I work with. I have this team that is changing all over the years, but they are very special people, and it's impossible for me looking at the work and not remembering some special occasion or some special moment with my team or with the elements of the commercial. But there were some major moments, like those life-changing moments. One of them was with a commercial with a whale for Optimus, because it was an incredible and almost an impossible task to do, and the final result is still very special. even to this day. Super Bock, that's a brand that I work for some time now, and we have some amazing moments like 90 anos, the history of the brand, and some special moments in the history of the brand that is very connected with the history of the country, because it's a brand that likes to celebrate the moment in a very special way. And when you look back, you feel that in the commercial, but
Yeah.
a lot more of commercials. These two are just for saying
As an example.
a
Yeah.
few, because
Yeah.
I'm very proud of the work that we have done all over these years. And like I said, it's not me alone. It's
That's
a
so true.
teamwork. Cinema is a teamwork for excellence,
For sure.
and I'm very proud of the work, and I'm very proud of my team.
And just so that I want you to have a bit of limelight, okay? So don't be shy. Don't do the Portuguese humility thing, okay? But tell us about some of those awards that you guys have won along the way.
Oh, we've been shortlisted in Cannes Film Festival a lot of times. We've won some pens in the DAAD awards. Here in Portugal, we almost every year we win something in the Clube de Criativos. It's a festival that celebrates advertisement in Portugal, and some of those awards, a lot of festivals that we see. Aloho, it's another festival that we won some awards all along the years, and then some of the things that we do or did in the past, that was like a celebration and like a great variation of awards was, for example, we were the first ones to have a Portuguese commercial on the Super Bowl, in the Super Bowl,
Amazing.
um,
Which one was
and
that?
was one with Cristiano Ronaldo, because I
Ah,
worked
it's so
with
good.
him
When he gets caught outside the passageway in his underwear.
when he's playing American football.
Ah, that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, I know it.
He's comparing football
Yes, with
with
football.
football, and
It's
it was,
brilliant.
and we were the first ones to do that, because I started working with him. I was very young
Okay.
when he was in Manchester. The first
Wow.
time he was in Manchester United, I was working with his agency, the BBDO, and we went to Manchester, and we started this path, because my career had always some Cristiano movies. I went with him to Madrid. Then I worked in Madrid for some years. Then I went to Turin when he went to Juventus.
So we went to Juventus.
So, but we are not exactly friends, but we respect very much each other, and I like to work with him a
Amazing.
lot, and I think that he likes too. That's why
I
we
love
keep
that commercial
it together.
where he plans the whole thing. He jumps up to catch the ball and he headers it through the poles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he's like,
It's
"Why? Why?" It's so good. It's so
yeah.
good. It's really good.
It
Um,
was a very hard commercial to do, because we to work with someone like Cristiano, it's very hard. You need to be very specific about the things that you are going to do with him.
yeah,
He's a guy that is very focused, and is very respectful, but always in a work mode, you know.
yeah, yeah. So you've got to be
If you
prepared. You've got to have a plan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not wasting time. If you want to have fun, let's finish the work and then we have fun. If we are here for working,
We work.
Let's just work, 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 work. I like that
Well,
that
that's why he
way.
is the success that he is. Yeah.
One of the reasons, yes, one
Yeah,
of the reasons.
one of the many reasons. You have a commercial. I wouldn't be able to tell you when it was, which year. It made me cry. Okay, it's a
Well, thank you.
Continent commercial with the old man, and he goes to the same balcao at the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Continent
yeah.
for his takeaway food, and then one day he doesn't come back, and the lady goes to find him and invites him to Christmas with.
Yeah, yeah, very special. It
Yeah,
was this year. It was this
was it
year.
this one? Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. This Christmas, I like that agency very much, and I respect a lot of the creative directors. And one of the creators directors that I respect a lot is João. That's from that agency Fuel, and he asked me. I felt when I saw the idea, I felt that it could be special. But with João, generally, it's always special. And I have a very specific way of working. I like to study the characters, and so I asked my team to this specific work to find me a house where some old person really lived, and I studied the routines and to make it as real as possible, because it's very loneliness
Yeah.
is a new pandemic,
Yeah.
as you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there are a lot of elements that film the loneliness and the humanity of the girl in the
Yeah.
store that
Yeah.
brings him to the family. Is the Portuguese way. One of the things that I
Exactly.
like about the some ideas, they are true, and that's the Portuguese way. We
Yeah.
like
Well,
to
yeah.
call people.
I want to ask you about that because the thing that I love about the work that you do, and I mean, you've got your Superbock ads, which are just phenomenal, and they must drive people to come there. You know, the tourism board needs to give you guys money because those those commercials single-handedly must bring people to this country. I'm convinced of it. I personally love the one where you've got the start of summer, and there's a one where you even use a lady from who sells the fish in Nazaré,
Yeah.
because I'm near to Nazaré. It's where I live, and the slogan is Sabor Auténtico, which means the authentic taste.
Yes.
You've managed to get and bring out in those commercials nothing that's polished. It's not polished and fake. These are not things that are these are things that are Portuguese.
Yeah.
I mean, tell us how that happened and why was that important to you?
I have that drive since the beginning. I think that I'm one of those directors that believes that people like commercials. Sometimes people say that we don't like commercials, we don't like advertisement, and I show them some commercials, those kinds of commercials that they are eternal, and but look, this is not the advertisement that I see or that I usually tell them the difference between this kind of advertisement and the advertisement that you don't like. This is true. The search from the director, from the DOP, from the art direction, from the agencies, from the clients, is to seek and to capture the truth. And I'm a people person. I'm not very social, but as a creative person, I like to capture the essence of people. So I'm like this since the beginning. When I started, I was very young. They put me immediately among the sharks, the big ones, the older ones, and I had the luck that my language made some kind of difference since the beginning because of that, I believe. this. It's because of the truth. I can give you an example. One of my first commercials for Super Bock, when I, like many years ago, one of the situations was with a band. A band was playing. And the way that you usually shoot film bands at that time was to do a casting with models and put the models playing guitars and singing.
Mm-hmm.
This worked for many years and still works. Some
Mm-hmm.
people still do this. And I, since the beginning, said, no, I don't fake bands. If you want a band, I will cast a band, a music band, real musicians, and we can use them in the commercial. And when I did that, everything changed because I apply that to everything. If I want a girl that is serving a beer in a bar, I need a girl that served or serves beer in a bar, that knows what she's doing. I have this way of talking to the people that I choose in casting. A lot of them are not models. I try to mix real people that never have shoot a commercial with professional models, and that I try to make the shooting day and the shooting parts a place where they can make friends with the other actors. And I think that vibe, you can feel it in the films. And in that particular film, the commercial that you are talking about, I went with my team just searching for authenticity. And we grab a camera, we put ourselves on a van and went to the north and to the center and to the south. And when you see the old lady bringing the sardines, it's the real one that's working on the restaurants. And then it's the real one in Nazaré. We just ask
you
them.
can't fake a Nazarena, you know, it's
Yes,
got to be
you
real.
cannot fake. You can try, but it's so I try to apply that to everything I do. Everything I do. And I don't do many commercials because I don't, for example, I don't do two commercials at the same time.
Okay.
I don't think that this is fair for the clients. I know that some of my peers do it. I don't blame anyone. It's not my way of working because I like that. In the old man commercial for the continent, I spend a lot of days photographing the streets and the changing of the light to make it look real. Not to change the light of the city, because sometimes we change it to make it more
Bright
aesthetic.
and more, yeah.
Yes, and sometimes we need to have reality, not in a documentary way, because we are doing advertisement. But I like that search from the truth in everything, in everything.
Yeah, I mean, not to stick on one subject here, and but your work on the Superbox stuff, even the the big concerts, but also the typical festas, it looks like Portugal, and like
Yeah.
when you show the fireworks going off for the Festa Santos, it looks like São João. It looks like Sant Antonio. There's nothing different, and that's special. And you've captured that so well.
Once again, I don't work alone. I have some special people, very, very creative and special people around me that like this way of working, because when we have this thing that I call action reaction when we are in the set, that just give me the elements to have the action rolling, like give me the space, give me the lights to people to dance and to move. And then let's wait for the reaction, the real reaction. And with the parties and the clubs and Santos is that's how we do it. Because when you walk in Portugal, when you are searching and discovering Portugal, you feel that there's a line there between the tourist look, the explorer look, and the almost local look. And this difference is very tiny. Is a decision that you have to make when you look. Nazaré is a big example of that. If you look if you go to the lighthouse to look to the wave and everything, okay, but that's important, that's beautiful, that's special. But you need to walk alone at the end of the day by the beach to see the old women there, the fishermen, the people coming from work, the people.
Or go see the chapel, which is the
Yeah,
reason that city exists. You know,
and that's a
the
decision
explorer.
that.
That's the
Yeah,
explorer. So, what would you
that's it.
do to be the almost local in Nazaré? What would you suggest?
Go talk to the go. Don't go to the easy place. What I used to say when I have this team that it's called reparador. It's called reperage. It's the people that go first to find the places before we shoot, for example. And one of the things that I tell them every time is, okay, go see let's pick that example of Nazaré. Go see and photograph and bring me what you think Nazaré is for everybody. Then bring me what you think that is hidden in Nazaré. And most of the time, when you think of Nazaré, you think of the fisherman and the old lady, but think that there are people like you and me there that go pick the kids at school, that go to the supermarkets. Can that be different in Nazaré than it is in Lisbon? Go search it. And if you start that path, if you start that process, you almost immediately enter in the local mood because you are not seeking for anything special. You just go with the flow of the place. And that makes an extreme difference everywhere you go. That's why you sometimes look at commercials about Portugal and you don't feel Portugal. You see Portugal, you see the beaches, you see the monuments, but you don't feel there's something extra always. It can be a smile of an old guy at a tavern. It could be a fadista, a real one, finishing.
Which you captured as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the fadista, I went there with my team to that restaurant to have dinner. We didn't talk to her. We didn't told her that we were a crew of commercials. No. Then I went with my family to study the space, to feel. And it's amazing with Fado. It's amazing because you feel that this universal language, Fado is like a music, naturally, it's like a universal language. But every time I went there before shooting, I saw a lot of tourists that didn't understand a word of the music, and they were crying.
Yeah.
Literally crying with the music. And I said, it's my obligation as a director, if my client asks me, to capture this moment, to try and capture this moment. And that's what I say when I'm saying that difference between the explorer, which is valid and its importance, and the local. When you are local, if you are in Portugal, you need to relax. You need to slow down. Yeah. Don't be eager to see everything or feel everything. You have time for that. Just slow down. Accept the passage of time here in Portugal because it's different. In some places, as you know, it's slower.
Yeah.
We like to make things slower to enjoy it deeply.
Yeah. Between my job as a realtor at Portugal Realty and hosting this podcast, life is pretty busy. But lately I've been receiving so many messages from people that want to know more about buying property here on Portugal's Silver Coast that I've got to do something about it. So starting now, for subscribers only, I'm offering up a 30-minute session per day. That's 5 30-minute sessions for a one-on-one meeting to talk about buying property here on Portugal's beautiful Silver Coast. This is for subscribers only. So please subscribe to book your session and get in touch with us through the links below via WhatsApp or email to book your session today. I'll be happy to speak to you. It's for subscribers only and it's completely free. I've been living here for 16 years. I'm quite fortunate because along my 16 years of living here, I met a Portuguese woman who's now my wife. And I got to see, when you talk about almost local, I got that, because of her. A lot of it happened before because like for example, Nazaré, I didn't just go to the local tourist hangouts. I went to Carnival and I did Carnival with the local guys, and it's
Amazing.
it's rough. Your livers need some time to recover, but and what I love about when you are there with Portuguese people in those moments, they are so comfortable in who they are and what they do and what they're about that nothing will change that, and it's a beautiful thing. But you've now gone to another level as a Portuguese, observing those moments for your work, but just for you personally. I mean, what have you learned and grown to appreciate by observing those things, by observing the authentic moments, the authentic tastes of Portugal?
Well, one of the things that I learned, it's when you feel something with someone, when you are talking to a fadista, to a fisherman, and they immediately give you something. I learned that if you respect the time of the person, what they have to offer you, it's way bigger. It's way bigger. Sometimes I feel that even with images, I cannot grab the total emotion of they give us. If you gather a family, I made azeite Galo. It's one of other very Portuguese brands.
Yeah, big Portuguese
A
brand.
few years ago, I made azeite Galo, and we went to this farm, and we had a situation where he needed a family, a big Portuguese family, in the table, eating bacalhau and putting the azeite, and we need to pass that emotion of that ritual that we love, of gathering the family and friends and neighbors at the table. And then we found this big family, and we were doing a commercial. We told them, we prepared everything, and we were shooting, and we told them, just act normally. We are here, act like this is normal. And everything was perfect for me. Everything was perfect for me. I was shooting the smiles, you can feel the interaction between people. And then suddenly, an older woman, the older element of that family, stopped what they were doing to say a few words. And she started to talk about her late husband that had died in the past year, for them to remember him and celebrate him in that moment. This is just an example. And me, as a director, when I saw that such a personal moment, such an intimate moment, I stopped everything, the cameras and everything, and I said, wait, let's stop this because this is your moment. And the old woman told me, no, 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 no. The memory of my late husband is for everyone. I
Mm,
want to share with everyone here, and I want you to film it. So this is a big lesson. This is a big lesson. This is a big lesson. That's why I tell you that sometimes people start smiling. We are shy. Don't you know that? We look like, but we are as people. We are shy. We
yeah,
don't. We are not very
no,
effusive. Then we start giving when we feel comfortable. Then we give like no other. I think.
yeah,
I, we love to share, but we are shy. But when people start giving, that was one of the main things that I learned. That if you have patience, if you respect the time of the person, they can give you a lot more, a lot more. And that's like a mantra that I have for my work and for my life even, to respect that time. And I try to apply that in everything I do, even when I do commercials that had nothing to do with Portugal. In that sense, I think that the search for truth it's what makes difference the difference here. But if you marry the Portuguese woman, man,
it helps.
that's big. That's a big luck, man. That's a big luck. You have a personal tour of
Exactly,
the
exactly, exactly. Yeah,
yes.
it's been and it's
They are
um
very special. They are very special.
the Portuguese, yeah, Portuguese women are special, but Portuguese
Yes.
are special, and it's just been wonderful being able to experience and be inside those circles and see what happens at a Portuguese table and know where to go and yeah, that's it's just a wonder. It just makes the experience of Portugal even more enriching than what it was already, you know. So, but Jose, for you, you speak with so much passion about your work, and in the work that you've been doing, what what makes you proud of your country, of Portugal?
I think that we are very frontal. We are very honest people. I think that we have a beautiful history. We are a land of poets and writers. And, the Portuguese are known to be great dreamers. As you know, once we dreamt that we could discover the world, and we did. And sometimes I think that with this all the problems that we have in the world and this darkness, we forget that we have that ability to dream. And but we forget when we are alone, because when we gather with our friends and the family at the table, two, not only, but two, I think that we as a people together are very strong. And maybe one of the things that I like more about the Portuguese people, it's like we have this secret language between us that help us to carry on. We have a dictatorship, we have a lot of economic crisis, but we have learned to some together to have this resilience and this strength, but together. And that's one of the things that I'm most proud of us. We are very, we are very proud people. Um, we know that we have this void that we called saudade, as you know, this permanent emptiness that we try to fill with
Yeah,
things. But the thing that I think that make us special is that we try to fill that emptiness with the best of other people. And this is a thing that I know for sure. the people in Portugal have. We like other people, you know. You understand me? I don't know if
Yeah, I
I'm
do.
explaining
No, no,
myself.
perfectly.
We like
I,
connection.
yeah, I think to see Portugal in its purest form is when people are together, and that can be in a festas populares, it can be in a carnival, it can be on a Sunday lunch, and you don't call it a lunch, you call it a convivio because you're going to be there the whole afternoon and you'll be drunk by the end, you know. Uh, you see the power of connection and and you mentioned the dictatorship, and I'm always careful because that wasn't part of my history here. But I look at it and I go, there's this gratitude and this deep enjoyment when we are together. And that is so beautiful. And you just, the most simple festas that I've been to are the most beautiful ones, which is there's a few tables in the middle. There's a guy grilling some chicken. There's a guy grilling some sardines. There's a guy playing some live music and box wine. It's not even good wine, but hey, we're together and we're going to be sitting here together until maybe until sunrise. And that's, yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
that power of being together is just wonderful. I think it's the
Very
appreciation. I wouldn't even call it power, Jose. I think it's that, and like you said, it's something difficult to put into words. It's a feeling, but the feeling of everybody there appreciating that they're just together for one more year, you know, because we do these things every year, the festas and the carnivals, and we do these every year, but it's every year, one more year that we're together again, and it's special.
yes, and we won, you know,
Yeah,
like we
the
won
victory,
one more
celebrating.
year. Yes, yes, yes. Let's the because when we talk about the dictatorship, the problem there was that well, we had no television naturally, but people were not educated. We cannot speak with each other. It was, and when freedom came with the revolution, um, people celebrated freedom, but didn't forget what kept them strong and alive in the
Mm,
dark times.
mm.
That was tradition, was religion, and was friendship. Friendship, honor, like those big words that we keep.
And the unspoken friendship, because you couldn't share, you couldn't speak about these things. So
Yeah, yeah,
that makes sense when you say there's like this unspoken language.
yeah.
It makes a lot of
We,
sense.
we recognize each other.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I love that it's when you enter in that zone of friendship, of immediate friendship, and tradition comes along. And tradition comes along, and the older people start to
Mm,
teach you things about the food, teach you
yeah.
things about place, teach you things about their family and their
Yeah.
history, teaching things about the music, and that's one of the things that I love the most. And when you talk about Santos and other traditions that we have here in Portugal, they are very rooted in the past
Mm,
because we don't put past as a bad thing completely. Like I said, we won, and past our history have some beautiful things and beautiful stories, beautiful. And even the people with less education know this. There's some gold there in the past that passed through generations that
yeah.
I'm teaching you, I'm giving you something that my mother teach me and her mother teach her
Yeah.
and her mother, you know, you
Yeah.
feel this. I think that's, I believe that you feel that, that you, when you are living here, that you
Yeah.
feel that a lot of the things come from other place, for a place deep inside the Portuguese heart and the Portuguese soul. And I think that's beautiful, and I'm so
Yeah,
proud of that. So proud of
yeah.
that.
But there is a click that needs to happen for that to happen. There has to be a mutual trust. You mentioned a mutual sharing of and respecting of time.
Yeah,
That's important. It's not just going to be some random person walking in and saying, "Hey, tell me your the secrets to life," and
absolutely,
it's
absolutely, absolutely. But
but for you mentioned something interesting where you spoke about tourist, explorer, almost local, and just to use that analogy, because we've got people listening, Jose, who, and I think Portugal's becoming interesting because this is not no longer a place where people want to come and have a holiday. This is becoming a place where people want to live or start a new life or move their families, and that's something we should be proud of. But of course, it brings lots of challenges. But for the person that wants to come to Portugal, we spoke about the example of Nazaré, but you're from a beautiful region, the north, which is completely different to the south, and everyone knows the south. You know, Lisbon down to Comporta, down to Alentejo, down to Algarve. Everyone knows this, but the north, you've got some amazing
amazing.
places that we love going to the north, my wife and I, and it's for me, it's such an interesting part of the country. But for the person that's listening that wants to move, we're not talking about a person that's coming here for a holiday or for a rock in Rio or any of that. But the person that wants to move here, that wants to go from tourist to explorer to almost local, what advice would you give to people?
Well, the thing, the thing, the thing about trying to find another place to live, you need that's a lot of things that you need to think about naturally. Portugal, it's a safe place. It's modern. It's traditional. It's a small country, but if you move 1 hour and a half in any direction, everything changes completely. The skyline, the vegetation, the lights, the food, the sotaque, the way people talk, everything changes. I think that people when want to come to live here are looking for this peace, this calm, this relationship with time. I believe that are different people that different motivations. Like I want to
Sure.
end my life quietly here in this peaceful place with very friendly people, nice food, nice wine, nice weather. And there are other people, they want to run away from the confusion of the big cities, and they still want to come here and work and build a family. And we have space for everybody. The thing is, if you want to come, try to learn as much as possible about how we live,
Mm.
our traditions, our way of living. We don't have the best way of living, but it's ours. And the deal with people that want to come to live here is very, very simple. If you respect this, you are welcome. We want you here. You will be one of us in a short period of time.
Mm.
Uh, don't try to change us. We are not going to change. Others have tried and failed. If you accept us, we will accept you. Look, in the way that world is, to have a place like Portugal, where tradition still lives, where we have this preservation of places and mountains and beaches and we respect nature. This is a way of living. If you want to come and be part of this way of living, you are welcome. If you come to change, to transform in a way that we don't understand, because you can be an element of transformation, of social,
Of
cultural
course. Yeah.
transformation. If
Yeah.
you want to participate in the path, in the evolution of the Portuguese way, you are welcome.
Yeah.
If you are not in this mood, don't come. There are different other places. It's not a bad deal that I made that we are making with the people.
No,
It's
not
a
at
good
all.
deal.
I
It's
think
a
so.
good deal.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
doors are open. Just remember that we have our way of living. We don't trust immediately, but we trust, and we trust deeply after
yeah,
a while.
yeah,
We have these little sets of codes that we sometimes hide in the food, in the wine, in the smiles. There's a set of little codes for us to start trusting you. If you are willing to open your heart like we are, you are welcome, and you are
yeah.
going to be happy here. If not, if you think that this is some kind of playground, it's not. Don't do this to you, and don't do this to us.
I couldn't have said it better, Jose. We have two main beers in Portugal. We
Yeah,
have Super Bock and we have the other one. Are you allowed
yeah.
to drink the other one? Do you drink the other one?
I have this thing because I like Superboc better.
Okay,
So
that's my
I
wife. My
like
wife prefers Super Bock and I like the other one. Funny.
that's no
But
problem. No
but Super
problem.
Bock has got better commercials. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Jose, this has been a wonderful conversation. What is one thing that you would like people to remember and to take away from our conversation?
Well, the thing is, there's this place called Portugal, where people meet like this. This is the first time that we met, and we
It's true.
we we are ready to go for a beer now.
I'm ready. Yeah, Super Bock.
Yeah, this is Portugal. But the main thing is, there's this place called Portugal, that have a lot of things that remember can can make you remember that the world is not only that bad thing that you see on television.
Mm.
There's a place where you can keep family, friends, trust, love, saudade, uh, nature, fun, together.
Yeah,
It's a very special place. We are small, but it's a very special place. So if someone that sees this feels that I want to try this, I want to try this thing called Portugal, you are welcome. Come. The summer is amazing here, and maybe, like you can change your life.
yeah, yeah. I like that. How can people follow you, Jose, and see see more about the work that you're doing and stay in touch?
Yes, I have a site, is josepedrosousa.com, and I'm on LinkedIn. I don't have active other social media. I have an account in Instagram just for messages, but its main thing is on the site, josepedrosousa.com. Go there. You are welcome there too.
Yeah, it's a great page. Got some of the old stuff, the new stuff. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Jose, a question that we ask all of our guests: Portugal, the simple life. Why?
I think that I told that.
Yeah, yes. Let's
Yeah,
summarize it.
yes, it's quiet. Portugal has this pace. Um, we are a place where we like rituals, small little rituals, um, and they are simple. We don't like to complicate things, and we think that after all we went through, the way that we arrived here and that we won almost all the difficulties was keeping it simple, keeping it understandable, keep loyal, have friends, build a family, try to be the best at your work, love your neighbor, preserve the space, the culture, the nature, but keep it simple. Relax, man, relax. And the place to do that is here. I think so.
Amazing. Jose, thank you so much for being on the podcast. It's been a real pleasure talking to you.
Same to you. Thank you very much.
So thank you once again to our guest, and thank you to all of you for listening. Please subscribe, share with your friends, give us a thumbs up, and please leave a comment or a review. We always love to hear from you. Don't forget, Portugal The Simple Life also has a magazine, so download it. It's for free. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode, and as we say in Portugal, sejas bem-vindo. Welcome to The Simple Life.